Greetings everyone and welcome back to Sorcery. In this episode I hope we be able to get another piece of the spell and progress. That would be nice. The buildings are thinning out. Through a gap between roofs you can make out a tall crooked staple, some way away like a finger pointing up towards the havens. A dark shape sits at its very tip. Huh. As you watch, the shape seems to grow wide, then flatten once more, as though it had opened and closed. A beard, perhaps, or simply a flag dropping downwards in the still air. Once again you are emerging from the alley into a wide area of Wasteland. Once this was a busy city district, but now it looks a stout hurricane has leveled it. Nothing stands higher than head height. A few staircases lead to nowhere, and in some places a door still stands. Plants grow from every crevice and crack as though someone had poured green paint over the whole scene. Things are constantly moving and shuffling between the leaves. The road, such as it is quickly smothered by piles of wreckage. There are lots of other ways to pick your way through. One possible road leads up and over the side of a broken down house. Another passes by what might have once been a mill. You would have to climb over the mill well to continue this way. Who would build a mill out here, so far from the river? Still, there is a gigantic mill well lying on its side in the path. Despite the state that the building next to it is in, the well itself seems perfectly intact, and has not even lost its perfect circular shape. The hose has been sliced like many layered cake, showing the floors that were once inside. Opened rooms have been stripped of their color by the wind and light, and of their possessions by the decade, or more of scavengers. But there are still hints that this place was once a family home. The hooks in the ceiling above the hearth, the marks notched on the ground floor pillar that suggest the height of the growing children. You clamber up to the side of the millwell, swing your leg across the side. Then suddenly you are falling. Please, don't fall to sewers. No! You have fallen into portal trap once more. You brace yourself as you tumble through the air, knowing full well what is coming. You have landed in a disgusting pile of unbelievable filth. Damn it, we were here once. I actually wish to rewind here, because I'm more concerned about exploring this area here. You clamber up the fallen rubble to the roof of the broken building. From here you can get a clear view across the rest of the wasteland. It stretches for a mile or two and will take about an hour to cross on foot. And at its far side, a tall iron fence thick with ivy slices across the land. Perhaps to keep people of the wasteland out, or to keep whatever is beyond the fence in. In the distance you see dark shapes moving across the sky. You make your way down to the far side of the building and back onto the path beyond, which soon forks. Now, where are we going from here? Let's try left. You make your way through the wasteland towards the church. Most of the building is in ruins, but a tall steeple still reaches for the sky. Circling the steeple are two dark shapes that look like enormous beards. At the foot of the church, a man dressed in rags is cuddled up asleep. Could that be the guy which I'm looking for? You stop and peer down to look at him. Could this be Titach, the blind beggar that you were told to find? Under a floppy hat and above a thick, broad brush beard, two white eyes glow slightly like orbs. This poor creature is not only blind, he has no eyelids at all. You reach down and wake him gently, but first he doesn't respond and you wonder if you are too late. But then he sits up sharply. Who's there? He demands. I'm under attack! Under attack! He rubs his eyes, then reaches out with dirty fingertips for your face. You're Tita, noble of Khare. The man looks absolutely terrified by the accusation. He begins to curl up around himself and scream. It seems quite a strong reaction. Then you see he is not looking at you, but past you. You turn your attention skywards to see the two dark shapes are hurtling downwards, beating white, leathery wings. They are the creatures you saw flying around the steeple. God-cursed harpies! He declares bitterly. They come for me every time. Every coin I get, every apple, every stinking crust of bread. They come and they take it from me. What did I do to deserve such a torment? You push the beggar back and stare up into the sky. Oh my god, they are not nicely looking. The harpies are screaming down towards him. Ugly dark-skinned creatures with sharp talons on their arms and legs, coming to tear out what is left of his eyes. We need to save him. He needs to give me the spell for the gate somehow. What I can do here? Cast Stupidity. I could do that, I guess, but I'm not sure how does this will help me. Vote. Create a shield. Requires 1 stamina and 1 gold piece. That could work too. And I think there is hot, probably. Yeah, I could create a fireball, but it will take me 3 stamina and I kind of am not in the best position, so let's try cast Stupidity and see how it goes. Maybe they derp out and... Ah, crap, this didn't do much. You cast the spell over the first harpy, which begins to rail and stagger into the air as though drunk. It seems the creatures are not especially clever, as it quickly forgets how to fly properly and begins to dropping from the air, then rising up to high and finally takes to the repeatedly flying itself into the side of nearby building. This continues until a harpy has brain dead itself unconscious. It crashes to the ground in a plump of dirt. You gather your strength for the next battle. So I guess there is more than just one, and hey, let's see. Yes. Nice. You pause watching for the harpy wings to open, then you lunge forwards. You slice with your sword with a final tune through the air. The harpy barrels over, then tumbles, striking the side of the charge. As it hits the ground, the wall collapses and the creature is buried beneath a side of masonry. The beggar cheers and begins to dance. 1 stamina lost, killed swordplay. The beggar creeps out from his hiding place and thanks you 2 or 3 times over. Lord Titat, I'd like to talk to you, he sighs. That's my name. I don't deny it, he replies. I will talk to you. I talk to you happily, in fact. Ever since the blindness struck me down, I have been tormented by those demons, and now they are dead. You have saved me, as much as I can be saved. Tell me your spell line for the gate, please. Happily, he says. I'm glad to be rid of it. It was... Oh no, my memory is not as good as it was. Let me see. It was... He racks his brains thinking for all he is worth. You wait patiently for him to remember. Got it! He exclaims. It's by Kurga grease and something bright. Oh, but I can't remember what that something was. The beggar shivers again and suddenly breathes of cold. The afternoon is waning. Evening is approaching already. Days are growing shorter, Titat remarks. It's like that here near the backlands. Try to remember the rest of the line. I need it. Old man, he shakes his head. It's gone, I fear. It's gone like my sight. I was the name of a god. It was a name of the god, yes. Oh, one of the old gods. The god of pride, no less. Maybe you can find out elsewhere. You could ask Kurga, the god of Greece, for his help. The god lives in the temple. That way. He waves roughly northwards. The beggar makes a cawking sound. I'm starving, he whispered. So hungry. Well, I would give you something to eat, but I have nothing. So I guess we're gonna need to visit the temple again. Can you tell me other of spell lines to the north gate? Do you know it? Tita louds. No idea. Although I know my line came first. Tell me about Kurga, you ask. How can he help me? Kurga sees all and knows all. Suddenly the beggar grabs your wrist and squeezes. But you risk your life if you talk to him. Remember, priest, the left A. That's how you start. The left A. You take a moment to show some sympathy. What happened to your eyes? A black eye curse. And I know who cursed me. It was Sansa's. Once he was a good ruler, fair and honest. He ruled Khare like a kind of father looking after cherished daughter. Nothing was too much effort, but he began to fear his other consorts. He thought he were plotting against him, ready to overthrow him. You can see he is shaking in the very act of remembering you gestured for him to continue. Go on. Well, the beggar whispers, he began to take action against us. First, moving the portal traps around without telling us. Then later, people started to disappear. Shinva first he was, cursed to a living death. Then Molas, equally cursed to dying life, and then me. He begins to weep once more. You have found 2 new clues and other clues have been updated. Nice. Okay, I think that would be enough for this episode. We have another line, so the last one is in the necropolis, I believe. And seems like there is a passage here. So we're gonna see what awaits us in the next episode. Closer and closer to finish the game. I hope you enjoyed and have a lovely day. And I'm gonna see you in the next episode. See ya!